Hi everybody, welcome. Once again, I'm having to learn to be adaptable as the nodes are going to move into Gemini and Sagittarius from May the 8th. I think we're all having to learn how to do things differently. So for me, I've not got my usual big camera that I'm recording on. I'm recording directly onto my webcam. And I'm hoping that you're going to tell me that the sound quality is fabulous and the picture quality is great and that it's easy to listen to. So please do give me feedback about that. I'm going to talk to you about the full moon coming up in Scorpio on the 7th, 8th of May. And it's at 17 degrees and 19 minutes. So we've been moving from this energy of the new moon in Taurus to the full moon in Scorpio. Taurus, the physical you, your physical needs, the need for good nutrition, the need for fresh air, the need to be able to exercise, to move your body. Anything that is physical is ruled by this Taurian energy. And moving into this Scorpionic energy, we're balancing always the two, especially at the time of a full moon, because the sun is still in Taurus and the moon moving into Scorpio. This has to do with the mystical you, the spiritual you, the soul that wants to be expressed. So Scorpio, no accident, ruled by Pluto, and Pluto retrograde from the 26th of April. It's the first of the planets that kicks off all these retrogrades this year. So this is an opportunity when things that are hidden may come to light. Things that you've had an inkling about, but you're kind of not being able to put your finger on it. I think we're going to see things coming to light, both globally, with respect to what on earth is going on, but also in your own life. You might really get some big aha moments. This particular moon is supposedly the time when Buddha attained his enlightenment. So it's a very powerful moon. And if you think we're dealing with fixed energies here, and the fixed signs say, I'm not giving up, I'm not going away. I used to have a lover who I was in a relationship, turned out for a very long time, because this person was a fixed sign with lots of Scorpio, and used to say to me, you can't leave me, I'm going to stick to you. And believe me, the relationship stuck. And I learned a lot, and it was a very transformational relationship. And now, 20 odd years later, we're still great friends. But again, things stuck. So this is a really good time for sticking with something, even if it's difficult, even if it's painful. It's like, you know, when you stick with some kind of an exercise regime, it's like, oh, or a diet thing. It's uncomfortable. But when you accomplish it, you feel strong. You feel empowered. And that's what this moon energy is about. So at the time of the moon, at the time of this full moon, we've got Mars, co-ruler of Scorpio in Aquarius, square to Mercury. So this can bring out an impatient aspect. Mars square Mercury is like, I don't know what you're talking about. That sounds like a load of rubbish to me. Yeah, coming to conclusions maybe too quickly and not really thinking things through. Neptune is trine to this full moon, to the moon energy. So this is remembering to be kind, to be gentle. It's also a very creative aspect. It's really good for music, for art, for poetry, anything that brings out that timelessness. We've got so much in Capricorn still going on, which has to do with time and structure. And as you can see, our structures are crumbling. So we have to find new ways of working with time. How are we going to use time now? Yes, we need time for certain appointments. But equally, this Neptune moon energy has to do with the very creative energy, which works outside of linear time. It's not, write a poem now. Do a painting now. Creativity works on a very different time scale. So give yourself permission for this full moon to work on the creative time scale. We've got a lot of energy of uplifting the soul going on. So I think we're going to see more groups of people coming together where we get outside of the system. Yes, we have to work within the system, this linear energy, but also we can work outside of time. I noticed only yesterday a friend who I'd not spoken to in a long time came to me just as I was about to have my lunch. It was like, wow, I haven't heard from this lady for a while. And I came back from my lunch about an hour later and there was an email. So I think this tuning in to one another, this tuning in gets stronger at the time of this full moon. I think it's important that we remember something that comes out of the Talmud, which says, the gates of prayer may not always be open, but the gates of tears are always open. So let's be a little careful about how critical we are of one another, how critical you are of yourself. I know whenever I put out videos, and especially the channeling, even though many of you did enjoy the latest video with dear Pram Gregory, there's a lot of criticism as well. You've got to take a lot of very mean things as well that sometimes people are putting out. And the Talmud teaches that when you say something mean, you're actually hurting yourself, you're hurting the person, and you're putting out quite a toxic energy. So I think we have to learn, especially as we're going with these nodes in Gemini and Aquarius. I'm going to do a separate video about those, Gemini and Sagittarius. We're going to have to work more inventively around misunderstandings and different perspectives. But I guess that is for a future video. So I want to thank you for listening. I want to thank you for joining me. I'm tremendously grateful for your support and encouragement in these times. And I just hope that you can feel my energy working with you and holding your hand. So it's time to align with your soul energy. Go deep, and bye for now.